Hello and welcome to the wide world of physics. Today we're following up on some of the other videos that we've done by talking about energy. And we're talking about the conversion of energy from one form to another. Most of physics is based around converting energy and the understanding that we are constantly moving from one source of energy to another. The food you eat generates calories, generates heat, and therefore your body moves. You constantly are using electricity for lighting and for, well, this camera that I'm using. The camera itself is using chemical energy from a battery to then generate electricity to then power the camera. So we're constantly converting energy, and the easiest way to look at that conversion is using gravity. In order to show this, the easiest way to do this is to use a piece of equipment like this. There's nothing terribly special about this. It's basically a bit of plywood with a half of a circle cut into it. But what it shows us is something very, very important as far as how we understand energy. And to do that, all I need is a tennis ball. A lot of physics can be taught purely with just a tennis ball. For example, we know gravity exists, and you can constantly prove it. All you have to do is drop something. And all that does is show that the large mass of the Earth is attracting the small mass of the tennis ball. Now, what we have at the start, if we place the ball up here, is we have potential energy. Potential energy is the concept of understanding that this ball isn't doing anything at the moment. It's literally doing nothing, but it has the potential to move. It has the potential to go around this track. If I hold it very near the top, it has quite a bit of potential energy. If I hold it down the bottom, it has very little potential energy because it can only go down to the lowest point. To prove that, you can just simply roll the ball from here and say, okay, it's not exactly terribly impressive and it's not moving very fast. However, if you roll the ball from much higher up, it goes further, it goes faster, and it moves a lot more. So what you're doing is you're converting this potential energy into motion. So anything motion related is kinetic energy. Now, if we ignore friction, which we can do in the purpose of a discussion like this, you can understand that all of the energy will be converted from gravitational potential energy, because I'm not going to push the ball down, I'm just going to release it, into kinetic energy as it moves through the bottom. As it then starts going back up the hill, it will start to slow down because it's obviously going against gravity. In that case now, it's eventually going to come to a stop. When it stops, that is another peak of its gravitational potential energy. So you're constantly converting from potential through kinetic, back to potential, kinetic to potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic, potential. Every time this ball moves across, you have a maximum kinetic energy at the bottom, that's where it's going to move the fastest. You have the maximum potential energy at the top because you have as much of the fall as you're going to get, and as it goes around, it never will go the entire way. If you drop it from a height here, it will only come up to about here, which is where that mechanical conversion, you've lost some energy, generally due to friction, air resistance, a few other things. But it's all about understanding that conversion between potential energy, kinetic energy where it's moving, back to potential energy, and then that cycle goes back and forth continuously. Thank you for watching this video. If you are enjoying watching all of the videos on this channel, by all means please remember to like and subscribe below. In addition, there are other videos that may be of interest to you on this channel. Thank you for watching.